नमो नमः। द्वितीयसत्रस्य प्रथमतासिकायां सर्वेषां हार्दं स्वागतम्. Students, in today's session we are going to learn about the pratyayas. 5 pratyayas are included in your syllabus and they are twa, lyap, tumun, ta and tavatu. Out of these 5, the first 3, that is twa, lyap and tumun, have been learnt by us. Now we are going to study the next 2 pratyayas, that is ta and tavatu. So let's get started with the pratyayas. The forms with ta and tavatu pratyayas are called past participles, and these forms are used to indicate past tense, that is lang lakarah. We are going to start with ta pratyayah. As I have told you, ta pratyay forms are used to indicate past tense. For example, saha patham apathat and balika jalam apibat. These 2 sentences are used in lang lakarah. The same sentences can be written with ta pratyay forms. For example, tena pathah pathitah and balikaya jalam pitam. In these 2 sentences, pathitah and pitam are the examples of ta pratyay forms, and these forms are indicating the meaning of past tense. So ta pratyay is used to indicate past tense. Ka of ta pratyay is dropped and only ta is added to the roots. It means when we add ta pratyay to any root, we actually do add only ta to it. And these forms with ta pratyay are declined like Rama in masculine, Lata in feminine and Phala in neuter. Now let's see the formation of ta pratyay forms. As we have just seen now, while adding ta, ka is dropped and we add only ta to the roots. And these forms are declined like Rama, Lata and Phal. For example, kru dhatu. Kru means to do. When we add ta to kru dhatu, we get the form kruta. And it is declined like Ram, Lata and Phal, and we get the forms krutah, kruta and krutam. The next example is of the dhatuhu ni. Ni means to take. When we add ta to ni, we get the forms neeta, and it is declined like Ram, Lata and Phal, and we get the forms neetah, neeta and neetam. I hope you have understood it. As we know, in Sanskrit there are 2 types of roots, set and anit. If the dhatuhu is set, then e is added before the pratyayah ta. The letter e is not added in case of anit dhatuhu. Let's see some examples of set dhatus. Pat dhatuhu plus ta pratyayah. The form is pathita, and the forms of the dhatuhu in 3 different genders are pathitah, pathita, pathitam. Khad dhatuhu plus ta pratyayah. The form is khadita, and the forms in 3 different genders are khaditah, khadita, khaditam. The next one is dhav dhatuhu plus ta pratyayah. The form is dhavita, and the forms in 3 different genders are dhavitah, dhavita, dhavitam. Kath dhatuhu plus ta pratyayah. The form is kathita, and the 3 different forms in 3 genders are kathitah, kathita, kathitam. Puja dhatuhu plus ta pratyayah. The form is pujita, and the forms in 3 different genders are pujitah, pujita, pujitam. In case of anit dhatuhu, E is not added before the pratyaya kta. It means we add only kta pratyaya to the roots. For example, Jna dhatuhu plus kta pratyaya. Jna means to know. When we add kta pratyaya to it, we get the form jnata. And the three forms that we get in three different genders are jnatah, jnata, jnatam. The next dhatuhu is shru. Shru means to listen. When we add kta pratyaya to it, we get the form shruta, and the three different forms that we get in three different genders are shrutah, shruta and shrutam. The next example is of the dhatuhu smru. Smru means to remember. When we add kta to it, we get the form smruta, and when we use it like Ram, Lata and Phal, we get the three different forms, and they are smrutah, smruta and smrutam. I hope you have understood it. But students, change is observed in case of some roots while adding the suffix ta. Let's see some examples of such roots.
Here are the forms of the roots which undergo some changes. Gam dhatuhu plus kta pratyaya, the form is gata, and the forms of the dhatuhu in three different genders are gatah, gata, gatam. Drush dhatuhu plus kta pratyaya, the form is drushta, and the forms of the dhatuhu in three different genders are drushtah, drushta, drushtam. Tyaj dhatuhu plus kta pratyaya, the form is tyakta, and the three different forms of the dhatuhu are tyaktah, tyakta, tyaktam. Labh dhatuhu plus kta pratyaya, the form is labdha, and the three different forms of the dhatuhu are labdhah, labdha, labdham. Ruh dhatuhu plus kta pratyaya, the form is rudha, and the three different forms of the dhatuhu are rudhah, rudha, rudham. As you can see, here the dhatus have undergone some changes while adding the suffix ta to them.
I know what you all are thinking. So many changes take place in the dhatus. How are we going to remember these changes? Don't worry, students. We have already learned the twa pratyay forms of the roots, right? If you will compare these forms with the twa pratyay forms of the roots, it will be easy for you to learn and memorize the forms with ta pratyaya. Let me explain the concept with the help of some examples.
Nam dhatuhu plus twa pratyaya, the form is natva, and nam dhatuhu plus ta pratyaya, the form is nata. Much dhatuhu plus twa pratyaya, the form is muktva, and much dhatuhu plus ta pratyaya, the form is mukta. Prachha pruchha dhatuhu plus twa pratyaya, the form is prushtva, and prachha pruchha dhatuhu plus ta pratyaya, the form is prushta. I hope you have understood the similarity in the forms.
Isn't it easy to learn and memorize these forms? Now let's learn how to make the use of dhatuhu plus ta pratyay forms in the sentences. Students, if the sentence is in past tense, then dhatuhu plus ta pratyay form can be used in place of verb. It can also be used as an adjective, that is Visheshana Padam. First, let's see how to make the use of dhatuhu plus ta pratyay forms in place of verbs in the sentences. Ta pratyay forms are always used in passive voice, to which we call karma vachyam in Sanskrit. I'll repeat, ta pratyay forms are always used in passive voice, that is karma vacham. But how to recognize whether the given sentence is in passive voice? It is dependent on the three important words of the sentence, and they are karta, karma and kriyapadam. In passive voice or karma vacham, the karta, that is the subject of the sentence, is always used in tritiya vibhaktihi. The object is always used in prathama vibhaktihi, and the dhatuhu plus kta pratyay form, which we are going to use in place of kriyapadam, is also used in prathama, and it is used as per the lingam and vachanam of the object. As we are using the subject in tritiya vibhaktihi, we can call it as 3. We are using karma in prathama vibhaktihi, so we can call it as 1. And dhatuhu plus kta pratyaya is also used in prathama, so we can call it 1. Thus, 3-1-1 is the formula for the sentence. Let's try to understand the concept with the help of some examples.
Pat plus kta dhatuhu, the forms are pathitah, pathita, pathitam. Let's see a sentence. Maya pathah pathitah. In this sentence, the subject is maya, the object is pathah, and pathitah is the path dhatuhu plus kta pratyay form. Maya is used in tritiya vibhaktihi, pathah is used in prathama, and pathitah is also used in prathama. It is used as per the lingam and vachanam of the word pathah. Let's see one more sentence. Maya katha pathita. In this sentence, maya is the subject. It is used in tritiya vibhaktihi. Katha is the object. It is used in prathama, and pathita is also used in prathama. And its lingam and vachanam is dependent on the object, that is katha. As katha is used in feminine gender, pathita is also used in strilingam. Let's see one more example. Maya pustakam pathitam. In this sentence, maya is the subject of the sentence, which is used in tritiya vibhaktihi. Pustakam is the object of the sentence, which is used in prathama vibhaktihi, and pathitam is the dhatuhu plus kta pratyay form, which is used in prathama vibhaktihi. Pathitam is used as per the lingam and vachanam of the word pustakam. Pustakam is used in napunsakalingam, that's why pathitam is also used in napunsakalingam. I hope you have understood it. Let me take you to some more examples. Adhyapakena prashnah prushtah. In this sentence, the word prashnah is used in pullingam ekavachanam, so the word prushtah is also used in pullingam ekavachanam. Narena prayatnaha krutaha. In this sentence, the word prayatnaha is used in pullingam bahuvachanam, so the form krutaha is also used in pullingam and bahuvachanam. Balakena jantushala drushta. As the word jantushala is used in strilingam ekavachanam, drushta is also used in strilingam ekavachanam. Chhatrena pustikaha anitaha. Pustikaha is used in bahuvachanam, so anitaha is also used in bahuvachanam. Tena patram likhitam. The gender of the word patram is napunsakalingam and it is used in ekavachanam. So likhitam is also used in napunsakalingam ekavachanam. Vanaraihi falani bhakshitani. Falani is used in Napunsakalingam Bahuvachanam, so Bhakshitani is also used in Napunsakalingam Bahuvachanam. I hope you have understood it.
Dhatuhu plus kta pratyay form can also be used as an adjective, that is Visheshana Padam. In the sentence, the form is used as per the lingam, vachanam and vibhaktihi of the qualified noun. Let me explain it with the help of some examples.
छात्रः लिखितं लेखम् अध्यापकम् अदर्शयत्. In this sentence, likhitam is the form of likh dhatuhu plus kta pratyayah, and it is the adjective of the word lekham, so it is used as per the lingam, vachanam and vibhaktihi of the word lekham. Let's see one more example. Bhrantah balah क्रीडितुम अगच्छत. The word bhrantah is the form of brahma dhatuhu plus kta pratyayah, and it is the adjective of the word balah. As balah is used in pullingam ekavachanam, bhrantah is also used in pullingam ekavachanam. लुब्धया बालिकया लोभस्य फलं प्राप्तम्. लुब्धया is the form of lubh dhatuhu plus kta pratyayah, and it is the adjective of the word balikaya. As balikaya is used in strilingam trutiya vibhaktihi ekavachanam, lubdhaya is also used in strilingam trutiya vibhaktihi ekavachanam. Here are some more examples. Prushtah prashnah, shruta geeta, khaditam phalam, rakshitan janan. In all these examples, the words prushtah, shruta, khaditam and rakshitan are used as visheshanani. And all these words are the examples of dhatuhu plus kta pratyay forms.
Students, in the question paper, in the grammar section, you will have a question based on kta pratyay forms. The question will be Rekhankita padanam prakriti pratyayau sanyojya vibhajya va likhata. In this question, you have to join the pratyayah to the given dhatuhu, or you have to split the dhatuhu or the pratyayah from the given form. Let's see some questions and let's learn how to solve them.
Shyamena jalam pa dhatuhu plus kta pratyayah. This sentence is in passive voice. So the subject of the sentence, that is Shyamena, is used in tritiya vibhaktihi. The object of the sentence is jalam, which is used in prathama vibhaktihi. And the form of pa plus kta pratyayah will also be used in prathama vibhaktihi. It will be used as per the lingam and vachanam of the word jalam, as it is the object of the sentence. And thus we get the answer Shyamena jalam pitam. Here is the next question. Maya jantushala drush dhatuhu plus kta pratyayah. In this sentence, Maya is the subject of the sentence, so it is used in tritiya vibhaktihi. Jantushala is the object of the sentence, so it is used in prathama. And drush plus kta pratyay form will also be used in prathama vibhaktihi. It will be used as per the lingam and vachanam of the object, that is jantushala. And thus we get the answer Maya jantushala drushta. Pat plus kta prashnam likhatu. Here, the form of pat plus ta pratyaya is the visheshanam of the word prashnam. The word prashnam is used in pullingam dvitiya vibhaktihi ekavachanam. So pat plus ta pratyaya form will also be used in pullingam dvitiya vibhaktihi ekavachanam. And thus we get the answer Pathitam prashnam likhatu. I hope you have understood it. Students, you will also be asked to split the dhatuhu and the pratyayah. For example, bhaktena puja kruta. Here you need to split the dhatuhu and the pratyayah from the underlined form. And the answer is bhaktena puja kru dhatuhu plus ta pratyayah. Let's see one more sentence. Taya satyam bhashitam. And the answer is Taya satyam bhashadhatuhu plus ta pratyayah. I hope the concept is clear to you all.
Here ends the explanation of ta pratyay forms. I hope you have understood it. The next one is tavatu pratyayah. To understand tavatu pratyay forms, we need to learn some halanta shabda rupani. Halanta means the words which are ending in consonants. There are two word forms which we need to learn by heart, and they are bhavat. It is a vat pratyayanta word. It means aap. In English it can be translated as you. And the next one is takaranta napunsakalingi shabd jagat. It means Vishwa. In English, world. Let's see the forms of the word bhavat in all the vibhaktis.
Bhavan bhavantau bhavantah prathama, bhavantam bhavantau bhavatah dvitiya, bhavata bhavadbhyam bhavadbhihi tritiya, bhavate bhavadbhyam bhavadbhyah chaturthi, bhavatah bhavadbhyam bhavadbhyah panchami, bhavatah bhavatoho bhavatam shashti, bhavati bhavatoho bhavatsu saptami, he bhavan, he bhavantau, he bhavantah sambodhan.
The next one is takaranta napunsakalingi shabd jagat. Let's see the forms of the word.
Jagat jagati jaganti prathama, jagat jagati jaganti dvitiya, jagata jagadbhyam jagadbhihi tritiya, jagate jagadbhyam jagadbhyah chaturthi, jagatah jagadbhyam jagadbhyah panchami, jagatah jagatoho jagatam shashti, jagati jagatoho jagatsu saptami, he jagat, he jagati, he jaganti sambodhan.
Students, to understand tavatu pratyay forms, you need to learn these two, bhavat and jagat rupani, by heart. I would like to end the explanation here. We will meet again with the next part. Dhanyavadaha. Punarmilamaha.